In this lecture, I am going to explain about nodal analysis. What is meant by node? A node means it is the connection between two or more branches. That is, node is a point which is common to two or more circuit elements or branches. At a node, one can apply Kirchhoff's current law. We have already seen mesh analysis in my previous video. Mesh analysis mainly deals with the Kirchhoff's voltage law. Here, at some particular node, you can apply Kirchhoff's current law. So, Kirchhoff's current law states that algebraic sum of currents meeting at a junction or point is equal to 0. That means sum of incoming currents will be equal to sum of outgoing current. So, main objective of this nodal analysis is to calculate voltages at different nodes. By knowing voltages at different nodes, also by knowing resistance value, one can calculate current flowing through that node, voltage drop at some element, or power dissipated or consumed by that element. Let's see nodal analysis by means of some problems. First question. Using nodal analysis, find the current through R2. Node means it is a common point between two circuit elements or branches. Here, this can be considered as a node. This can be considered as a node. This one is a node, or else this one also is a node. Because these all are meeting points of two or more circuit elements. But we have to consider a node in such a manner that maximum elements must be reaching that node. And also you have to consider nodal potential is always higher than the other voltages appearing in this equation. So here you can state that this one is at a ground potential. So we can assume a node somewhere around here. That is here, because maximum number of points may occur here. So I can assume a node point at here. This I am considering as my node. And I am considering nodal voltage as B. So this voltage is always higher than other voltages appearing in this equation. So I have to assign current direction. I am assigning current direction in this manner. I have assigned each current direction as leaving currents only, so that I can state that sum of algebraic currents meeting at this point or junction is equal to 0. Otherwise, if I have considered it as sum of incoming currents and sum of outgoing currents, I have to take it as sum of incoming currents is equal to sum of outgoing currents. Here I have assigned every current direction as leaving only, so that I can state that algebraic sum of currents meeting at a junction or node at this point A is equal to 0. So now we can write nodal equation at this point. So considering this one you can write it as V. V is the having the potential higher than any other potential. So V minus 50 divided by resistance. V by R will give you I. So you can state that V minus 50 divided by this R1 will give you this branch nodal equation. So I can write it as V minus 50 divided by 20 plus. Then next one, considering this branch R2 resistance is flowing having the voltage V. There is no other potential with this, so I can state that V minus 0 divided by 100. Again, this one with respect to R3. Here also no other voltages. So I can write it as V minus 0 divided by 120. Plus, then this one, considering this one, here V and there is a 20 volt, so I can write it as V minus 20 divided by 30. V minus 20 divided by 30, which is equal to 0. So here 20, 100, 120, 30, LCM is 600. So I have to make all values with respect to 600. So 20 into 30 will give you 600. 30V minus 1500 plus 100 into 6 will give you 600. So 6V plus 120 into 5 will give you 600. So 5V plus 30 into 20, 20V minus 400 divided by 600. So 30V plus 6, 36, 36 plus 5, 41, 41 plus 20, 61V. 61V minus 1900 divided by 600. So 61V by 600, which is equal to 0.1V, which is equal to 1900 by 600 equal to 3.16. So V value is equal to 3.16 divided by 0.1, which is equal to 31.67 volt. You have asked it to find the current through R2. Current through R2 is equal to, here I can state it as, here this is I1, this is I2, this one is I3 and this one is I4. So my current through R2 is I2. I2 is equal to V divided by 100. So V is 31.67 divided by 100. So you got the answer as 0.3167 ampere. Second question. Using nodal method, find the battery currents. Here I have assigned nodes at these 2 points. My first node is here and second node is this. So I have considered my current as leaving from this node. So assign direction in this manner. So considering this node, at node 1, here to this node, these points are coming, this branch is coming, and to this node 1, this branch is coming, and here also to node 1, this resistor is also coming. So you have to consider all these points with respect to this node. I am also assuming this nodal potential V1 is higher than any other potential with respect to this point. So first consider node 1. So at node 1, here, from here you have to assume V1, here positive to negative. So you have to consider fall in potential. So V1 minus E1 divided by R1 plus R7. V1 minus E1 divided by 2 plus 2. So I have to write V1 minus E1 divided by R1 plus R7. Then to this V1, first node, this R6 is coming. So V1 by R6. Then here between this V1 and V2 there is a resistor R5. So I have considered V1 potential higher than V2. So V1 minus V2 divided by R5. Then this circuit is also coming to this V1. So I can assign V1 plus E3 because it is from negative to positive. My current is flowing in this manner. So rising potential occurs here. V1 plus E3 minus V2 divided by R2 plus R3 plus R4. So V1 plus E3 minus V2 divided by R2 plus R3 plus R4. So V1 as such V1, E1 is 5, R1 plus R7 is 2 plus 2. Then V1 by R6 is 1. V1 minus V2, R5 is 2. Then V1 plus E3 is 5 minus V2 divided by R2 plus R3. R2 is 2. 2 plus 1 plus 1, that is 4. LCM is 4. So you can write it as V1 minus 5 plus 4V1 plus 2V1 minus 2V2 plus V1 plus 5 minus V2 divided by 4 is equal to 0. Algebraic sum of currents meeting at a point or junction is equal to 0. KCL states that. Then calculating values for V1. V1 plus 4V1 plus 2V1 plus V1. 8V1. Then V2 is minus 3V2. Minus 5 and plus 5 cancels each other, divided by 4 is equal to 0. So 8V1 by 4 is 2V1. 3V2 by 4 is 0.75V2 is equal to 0. Name it as equation number 1. Now consider node number 2. At node 2. Here I am assuming this V2 potential is higher than any other potential. Here also I have considered all my currents as leaving currents. So in this manner, here. So first consider this one. V2 with respect to V1, there is a resistor R5. So V2 minus V1 divided by R5. So you can write it as V2 minus V1 divided by R5. Now you have to consider this one. V2, here E3 is minus because it is flowing from positive to negative. Fall in potential occurs. So V2 minus E3 minus V1 divided by R4 plus R3 plus R2. So V2 minus E3 minus V1 divided by R2 plus R3 plus R4. Then towards the here V2, here also minus E2 because positive to negative. My current is flowing in this manner. So V2 minus E2 divided by R8 plus R9. So V2 minus E2 divided by R8 plus R9. So V2 minus V1 is as such, here equal to 0. V2 minus V1 divided by R5. R5 is 2. Then V2 minus 5 minus V1, R2 plus R3 plus R4, which is equal to 4. Then V2 minus 5 divided by 4 equal to 0. Here also LCM is 4. So 2V2 minus 2V1 plus V2 minus 5 minus V1 plus V2 minus 5 divided by 4 equal to 0. Counting V1 terms, minus 3V1, V2 terms 4V2, then constant terms minus 10 divided by 4 equal to 0. Minus 3V1 by 4 equal to 0.75 V1 minus plus 1 V2 equal to 10 by 4, which is equal to 2.5. Name it as equation number 2. So we got two equations. Solving these two equations, we will be getting V1 as 1.3 and V2 as 3.47. So current of E1, you have to find out battery currents. So current of E1 is equal to V1 minus E1 divided by R1 plus R7. Putting the values, you will be getting 0.925 ampere. Then current of E2, V2 minus E2 divided by R8 plus R9. Substituting the values, you will be getting it as 2.225 ampere. Then current of E3, that is equal to V1 minus V2 plus E3 divided by R2 plus R3 plus R4. Substituting the values, you will be getting it as 0.706 ampere. So, hope you have understood this video. Please subscribe my channel, like my video and share it with your friends. Thank you.